Well, it is Monday, September 26th, 2022. I am somewhere slightly north of Cooks Valley on Highway 101, still headed for Mexico. And we are officially, permanently hitchhiking. We stopped in Garberville for, I don't know, at least a week, almost. No, definitely a week. And I sold my bicycle because the highway from pretty much once you get out of the Avenue of the Giants, Highway 101 doesn't have a shoulder anymore. I mean, it has a shoulder. If you're just you on a bicycle, you can do it. Even that, it's still kind of, but with a bicycle and two dogs, it's not happening. And thanks to Google Earth, I was able to just check out the rest of the route. And that's just how it looks for the foreseeable future. There's an amazing, awesome shoulder from Arcata South to... Where did it stop? From Arcata South to the exit from the Avenue of the Giants. Once you get out of that, that's it. The Highway 101 has a very narrow shoulder, and it's super sketch. Even if you're on a bicycle, I see why everybody who's doing it has like super bright vests on and LED blinking lights and everything. Like, man, that seems like a bit much. And then you see the shoulder they have to ride on, and the people that are zipping through here. Yeah, I understand. So anyway, we met a really cool guy named Ed who seemed to recognize me from when I was up in North San Juan like 10 years ago. He did look slightly familiar to me too. I might have even worked for him. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like when you do these things, everybody's so high all the time. He's like, nobody remembers anything. And that was 10 years ago. But he did look a little familiar. Anyway. And we were in the same place at the same time. North San Juan, circa 2012. Anyway, he gave me a ride out of Garberville to this nice little gas station where the highway is just a highway and not a freeway, so you can actually safely hitchhike at least from here. And maybe there's a nice place to camp at night. I don't know. They got water in a bathroom. That's nice. They got water specifically for dogs. I'm giving a lot of consideration again to at least giving up London, especially after talking to Ed and him telling me that this is a good place for that because people would be interested and give them a good home in the mountains. Even hitchhiking, this is still absurd. This is just absurd. I'm literally trying to get all the way to southern Mexico with two dogs, one of which is a full-size German Shepherd. God, everybody has a nice truck up here. I've seen some of the nicest trucks. Apparently this Sonoma is like the shit, and almost everybody has one. And they got it souped up with awesome rims and bars and grills and scoops and air intakes. A lot of good taste in trucks up here in the mountains of California, I gotta say. Props. You guys really know how to pick them. Like, beautiful. Just like, I'm not even into pickup trucks and I want this shit. Like, I want that. It's hot. Anyway. Yeah. We got a long ways to go. Long ways to go. And we haven't, made it definitely over 400 miles now. But that's only because I had to backtrack from Fortuna. I think I could have actually just taken the messed up part is I'm fairly certain I could have just taken a bus all the way from Arcata to pretty much where I am right now. But, it's worth the experience to ride. It's worth the experience traveling with the dogs and really feeling what that was like. Because, the travel through the mountains wasn't the same as urban travel. Definitely not the same as, like, riding down the highway travel. Watch out here, a little close to the road. I've been kind of plugging into the world again since I had access, although here I'm stuck in this place with no internet access. It's weird, I always want to make videos when I'm absolutely certain I don't have internet access. It's around, but you got to pay for it. My phone doesn't have reception here. I don't know why, but it's real spotty through the 101. If you're on T-Mobile or Sprint, watch out. So yeah, I've been watching the news again and plugging back into the world and seeing what's up with the Russia-Ukraine thing, and that's not going well. The United States is still insisting they're winning. Russia is still insisting they're winning, and both sides are talking about nukes again. So, yeah, going to Mexico. Not that that's a safe place or anything. I don't know. Why would any country target Mexico with nukes? I mean, I guess if you have enough nukes to nuke every fucking city on the planet, you might as well. But it seems like they would just have redundant targets for like places they really want to blow up. Who hates Mexico that much? Anybody? Does anybody hate Mexico so much they would nuke it? Does the U.S. have bases there? That's actually the best. That's the real question. Does the United States have any bases in Mexico? Where are those, and how far away can I stay from them? Anywho, yeah. So if Putin and Biden don't blow up the world, still trying to get down there. Oh, I should mention those awesome people that I have a picture of and need to show anyway. As I was entering, right as I was entering the Avenue of Giants for the second time, I had just run out of water, and this really nice couple in an RV just pulled up out of nowhere and immediately offered me water and some food and treats for my dog, which was totally awesome. Dom, oh come on, I can remember her name, and Julie. They both had memorable names. Dom, because he's got the same name as Dom from Fast and the Furious. And apparently, Dom owns a Charger, just like in the movie, turns out. So, Dom's a real Dom. And Julie, I remember, because there was this girl I had a crush on when I was younger that was dating and eventually married one of my bester friends. But then they got divorced, I heard. I don't know. Josh Conert, Julie Kowalski, what are you two doing these days? How you doing, guys? How's life? Anyway, I'm in Cove Valley looking for a ride to Mexico. Can you help? It reminds me of the part in Independence Day when Jeff Goldblum and his dad are trying to get into Washington, D.C., and his dad's like, everybody's trying to get out of Washington, D.C. We're the only schmucks trying to get in. Kind of feel how I feel about going to Mexico. Everybody's trying to get out of Mexico. I'm the only schmuck trying to get in. Oh, yeah, the dumpsters in Garberville. I had to get out. A lot of crazy. So we're getting introduced really to the crazier. I don't know. We have since Arcata. Once we came out of the mountains, it's like when you're outdoors, you run into the other people who live outdoors. They can be fun. Like this guy this morning who walked clear across this like 100. Gosh, do you think it was the size of an entire football field? It had to be close to the entire. Nah, it wasn't a football. It wasn't that far. Maybe a third of a football field. I don't know. It's pretty freaking far. Walked all the way across and started shit with me just because I was watching him because he was throwing large chunks of wood out into the middle of the highway. Or it looked like it. Or he's throwing it. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but it was weird and it was near the highway. And I don't like it when crazy hobos do crazy shit near me because it brings the police and it's something I just don't even want to deal with. Who last night actually stopped in that space where I was camping, but it was because they were pulling somebody over late at night. It had nothing to do with me. I don't think they even knew I was there. But then oh God, so much, yeah. There's a lot of crazy out there. And the trick to surviving it is to be crazier than them. I literally said that to this guy today. Like, do you want me to bring out the crazy? And it worked. Cement it. So yeah, it was good to get out of Garberville, but it was also kind of cool to see that, and it's also good that I'm seeing what that's going to be like, because the closer I get to major urban areas, it's probably going to be worse. I don't know, I do watch the news, and they do talk about how there's like crazy numbers of homeless people all over the state of California, and that they're like killing each other and all ODing on fentanyl and all this nonsense. So I don't know, I used to be homeless in like the middle of San Francisco, so I mean, it's a little rough, but it's not like that bad. Or it wasn't back then, which was like 10 years ago. Anyway, we're going to go see what it's really like. So this is another reason you should stay tuned to my channel, because I, at some point, am going to end up in, some place like San Francisco or Sacramento or San Diego or, God forbid, Stockton, Fresno or something like that. Hell, eventually I should be at Tijuana. I want to see what Mexico is really like, because everybody says the cartels are all crazy and killing hundreds of people and blah, 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 blah. And if you didn't know that, watch the news, because that's what they're saying. But it can't be that bad, because I know people who actually live there, and they never mention it, so. If the locals, if it's not on the top of the mind of the locals, then it's probably not really an issue. So, let's see, what are we at? 12. That's not very long. Podcast should be at least 20 minutes long, right? Yeah. This is going to be a podcast, so I'm going to talk for a minute. I haven't talked in a while, and a lot's happened. What else happened? Went through Avenue of the Giants 3 times. It was awesome. The place where we saw Bigfoot, when I went back through again, they took Bigfoot down. Like, they even took the sign down that said "See Bigfoot." It's kind of weird. A lot of this place is shutting down. It's drying up. Apparently, all the people growing pot all over the place used up all the water. And so, yeah. California's drying up. But it's not happening everywhere. This place is flooding like crazy. Pakistan, oh my God. They're having a major issue with flooding over there. And then the hurricanes that just happened. A whole bunch of them. Up in Canada, they got hit real hard. Oh, P.S. Weather manipulation is real. Sorry. We can actually seed clouds and make it rain and make it not rain and stuff like that. Which makes you wonder about a lot of things. Like, if they can do that, it's some kind of particles and minerals and stuff like that actually I heard them describe it. What they said is that it goes into the air and it forces the air to form, or existing moisture in the air to form ice crystals around these particles, and then that makes a cloud somehow. There was more to it than that, but I just don't remember it all off the top of my head. Maybe something's floating down to tell you more. Anyway, yeah. What else? I miss grocery outlet. Food's super expensive all through here. I don't know what the hell. I do know I'm in small mountain towns and they charge an arm and a leg for everything. Yikes. Not even near a place where I can get food right now. I don't know. I didn't even think I'd get out of Garberville today. I mean, I didn't get far, but it's definitely a nicer place to hitchhike out of, and a much better chance of getting a ride for people who are going through here. But it's still few and far between. There's not a lot of people who can even fit me into their vehicles. I can pretty much forget about... That's not true. I could get a ride in a car. They'd have to really want to give me a ride and have nothing else in their car. It'd be like the coolest people ever. What else? Take a break.